What is up, guys? Marble Tyler here, and I am back doing another Halo video. And this is going to start kind of a series. It's not really going to be a weekly thing, but obviously we're getting closer and closer to Halo 6. It'll happen at some point, whether it's going to be E3 2018, 2019, randomly. We will eventually get Halo 6. And I want to start talking about the possibilities that we're going to see in this Halo 6. Now, I'm willing to bet rec packs will make a return. So that's not what the video is about, but it's very core to Warzone, which we are talking about today, and this is assuming rec packs return in a very similar, probably less aggressive, but very similar fashion. So if you're unfamiliar, rec packs are the special weapons, the power weapons you can get using microtransactions or the slow grind, as well as you get cosmetics, but in Warzone you use the rec packs to get weapons, which you then unlock by playing in the game and then getting energy and spending it for power weapons. So that's the basics. Assuming that is constant, I want to talk about some of the ideas I would love to see in Warzone and why I think Halo 6 could have a much better Warzone that kind of replaces more so. I don't want to see big team battle go away, but Warzone was a little lackluster in Halo 5, and this could really be an awesome game mode that appeals to a very different audience than the arena style game mode. So the number one improvement I really want to see, I want to see larger maps. I want to see maps that, make sense, that they're scaled up. So imagine, Raid on Apex 7 closer to Silent Cartographer size. Something massive, something big, something you can actually, take time to get around. It doesn't take a few minutes, or it takes a few minutes. It doesn't take, 20 seconds, and that's because you could sprint all over. I want to see larger maps because we can have all this fast movement and this running and these jumping and all the vehicles that go, stupid fast, whatever. It feels a lot smaller than it should. So expand the maps, make them bigger, make them larger, make them, a little less, I guess, confined and caves, and just expansive and huge. And, there's a little more open fields, that's fine. Add some little bits of cover here or there, hills, whatever you need to. But just make the maps bigger. Don't make it confined. On top of that, when you make these maps bigger, add more bases. The 3-base system is great, but it funnels the gameplay into a certain path. Using Raid on Apex 7, for an example, which is the island, I mean, there's side routes along the beach, and the other side, which was, I think, another beach, more or less. But the issue is you don't want to go down there because it's boring. There's no combat. And because you can die so fast because of all the rec weapons and vehicles or whatever, there's no reason ever to go down those other paths. Just run straight up the middle towards the enemy base or the spire or whatever, you're currently going after. There's no reason to ever take those side routes. And when you do take the side routes, they become worthless because you're going to get picked off. Normally, you don't have any teamwork going on, so give the player more reasons to go over there. Imagine 5 bases. So now, say you're pinned all the way back to your home base or whatever, where your core is. Instead of, okay, I just have to take this first one, they're pummeling us. Imagine, okay, we can go left, middle, right. An actual 3-lane, large-scale map where you can focus as a team on one path or multiple paths, try to spread them thin, and genuinely try to get out instead of, well, they're just pinning us down because we can only go one way. We can only go one way, and they're coming that same way, and we're just, there's nothing we can do. And then the last little thing I want to talk about, don't just copy and paste all the bases. I mean, that makes something a little more dynamic, maybe at least like 5 different styles of bases. So even on all the Warzone maps, if you're copying and pasting the different styles of bases, at least give yourself some, variety. I don't want to see the same thing over and over and over and over. Make some stuff more unique. Like Spire. Spire's a great point, but I don't want to see Spire over and over again. It'd be cool to see it once or twice, but then everything else is the same old outpost. It's boring. I mean, make some more dynamic variety. Moving on to point number 2, I want to talk about the AI. Now, I'm going to more focus on the Marines as opposed to the Covenant or the Prometheans that spawn in. I'll talk about those later. But the Marines are so boring. Like, there's no point to having them. They stand around, they do nothing, then you walk in, you pick them all off real quick, or you get killed obnoxiously just because you fought some Spartans and it's like, oh, sweet, I got him. And you forgot there's a stupid little Marine in the corner that threw a grenade or shot you once with an assault rifle and just so happened to kill you, and it's like the most infuriating thing ever. They're pointless. Again, ignoring the bosses or whatever, make the AI do something aggressive or dynamic. I approach this as a make better AI or no AI. Now, I'd rather walk into a base and not have to pick off 4 people, waste ammo, give away my position because I fought, or I shot. Given my position will be known because I'm taking the base, but I'd rather not just have to shoot, mindless people every time I walk into a base. I'd rather just walk in, everything's fine. I'm starting to take the base. I can prepare myself instead of like, let me pick off all 4 of these little guys real quick, so I'm not prepared for when the next Spartan comes in, or they can catch me off guard because I'm, busy trying to headshot the stupid, random little Marine that just dove, and so now I have to wait for him to stand up to get a good shot on him. So, like I said, either remove them completely, or the other option I see could be way more interesting and way cooler is imagine like a Titanfall 2 system, where, in Titanfall 2, during attrition battles, there's AI that don't really do much of anything to you. I mean, if you really, really let them gang up on you, yeah, they'll kill you because you're not paying attention. But imagine, you're flying around, you're walking around, and those AI are fighting. You have the different colored Marines, fighting the elites or each other, and they all have like little scripted scenarios that, eventually they're going to turn into AI and they're going to shoot at you or whatever, and they'll be a little more dynamic and a little more experienced, and it'll be really, really cool. I mean, imagine actually feeling Warzone is a war zone. It's a battlefield. It's an ongoing battle across the entire island, instead of just these pointless Marines that spawn out of nowhere and just sit in the corner of your base and do nothing. And they're obnoxious because, again, they'll either somehow kill you because you weren't paying attention, or you just have to pick them all off and waste some ammo. They're really dumb. But in Titanfall 2, imagine them just running across the battlefield. They're defending bases, controlling bases, whatever. Especially when you first start up the Warzone match. Make the AI more dynamic in terms of the Covenant or Prometheans. Make them a little more dynamic when they're defending the bases, when you're first taking the outposts. Imagine like in the original Battlefronts, how the AI controlled bases and they had spawn points, and they didn't really fight for either side, but they actually had their own like part of the battle, and that was really, really cool. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is improving the teamwork. So, in Halo 5 in particular, everything's like you're a one-man army. I mean, the Warthog, they literally give you an option site. You don't have to get out and go to the gunner. You can drive up, hit a button, you automatically jump to the gunner seat. You don't need to grab a second person because you can just do it yourself, and then you jump back and you drive away and jump back. It's like, well, what happened to the teamwork? Even like the Mongeese, it's like, well, those aren't supposed to be defensible, but now you have gun geese, so you're just driving and you're able to, blow the crap out of someone in front of you. You don't have to worry about someone defending you on the back. It's kind of like what happened to the teamwork in the Hornet, where you had people sit on the side, and the Warthogs, where you had not only regular Warthogs, but you had the Trooper Warthogs that carried people, and they weren't all about fighting. Even then, yeah, they weren't the most useful, but it was still something that doesn't make you just a one-man army that you need to just drive off and do whatever. And then even a little more so on the Warzone maps themselves, make the objectives more dynamic, make it more approachable for coming as a team or working as a team to try to cover, this outpost or this outpost. This kind of goes in terms with the maps and, adding more objectives and everything else. But, give yourselves a reason to go and do something. As well as when it comes to the rec energy, maybe replace the rec energy with a little more of like a weapon pickup system. So obviously, assuming rec packs are back, assuming that from the very beginning, maybe instead of just slowly getting rec energy and leveling up, maybe the level up system's still there, but to get the energy to spawn these rec weapons, that way not everyone's spawning with wasps and banshees and super tanks and all this other stuff, maybe you have to go for objectives. Maybe the Covenant have some energy, and it's essentially the rec energy, and you have to fight and try to capture it and bring it back to your outpost. Or a Pelican crash, and you have to be the first one to secure it and hold the area for a brief portion of time, defend against the enemies, and you get the rec energy, and then you can use that rec energy for rec weapons. Yeah, it could, quote-unquote, put yourself in a landslide, but not really, because it's a finite amount. You're not just spawning more and more and more and more again. You're going for a very finite amount of rec energy that gives you an opportunity to get an advantage, or take an outpost, or whatever. Give yourself that edge against the opposing players, and you're playing as a team, because, you want some teammates going for this objective, because it's going to give you all, the opportunity to get some rocket launchers and snipers, as opposed to, let's all just funnel our way down the middle, trying to get this outpost, and just shoot people. I mean, it's kind of boring. I think it really just needs to take a little bit more of a large-scale, maybe even like Battlefield-esque approach. These are just some of the ideas I'm thinking for Halo 6 Warzone. Again, rec packs are probably going to be back in some way, shape, or form. If you have any other ideas, just let me know in the comments. I mean, I love hearing other ideas. I want to have these conversations with people, especially in the comments where, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. Maybe you have an awesome idea that I can never think about. Or, whatever. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and dislike it, but I highly suggest you let me know what you thought and what you think Halo 6's Warzone could be like, what it should be like. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the game.